friends. Today's topic is comparing quantities, and this is the third part of our chapter comparing quantities. As we already covered two parts based on this chapter comparing quantities, so let us see what new we are going to learn today in this chapter, that is comparing quantities. And one thing I would like to share, that the definition of the chapter comparing quantities I have already discussed in the previous videos. Again, I am going to make you remind that what does the comparing quantity means. Comparing quantity means that the comparison can be done between the two things. That means for comparing we need at least two things. So that is the basic concept of the chapter comparing quantities. That is the meaning of the chapter comparing quantities. I hope you all might be getting it. Now let us begin with the word problem. During a sale, a shop offered a discount of 10% and on the marked prices of all the items. What would a customer have to pay for a pair of jeans marked at 1450 and two shirts marked at 850? Yes, I am going to a shop and I am purchasing one jeans and two shirts. So shopkeeper is offering discount 10%. At the time of billing, he will give me a discount of 10%. No? He won't give me the discount individually. So what I will do, first I will find that the what would be the total marked price of an article, because jeans is marked at 1450 and shirts are marked at 850. That is not the cost price, that is the marked price. So we will find, first of all, what we will find, the total marked price. That means total MP, that means rupees 1450 plus rupees 850 plus again rupees 850, because I have bought two shirts, that is cost of each shirt is this. So what is the total mark price that I am finding is rupees 3150 is my total mark price. I hope you all might be getting it, friends. So what is to be said now? Discount is to be offered. What is to be offered? Discount of 10% is to be offered. Now what I will do, I will find that how much is the amount I am getting in the discount. So discount percent is given. Now we will find the amount, that is in rupees, that how much discount I am getting, that is 10%. 10% means 10 upon 100 of total mark price, that is rupees 3150. What I will do, 1010 cancelled over here, second zero with this. So the discount I am getting is rupees 315. What is this? Rupees 315. So rupees 315 is the discount I am getting while purchasing the things for 3150. I hope you all might be getting it. Now after doing that, what we know, we need to find that what would be the cost price for us, or what we need to find, how much would the customer have to pay, how much I need to pay, that is the amount I need to pay. So the formula is discount is equals to marked price minus sale price. That means selling price. Yes. So discount I have got is rupees 315. This is the discount that I am getting. Now marked price, that is 3150, and what is the selling price, that, or what is the price that I will pay and the shopkeeper will get, is equals to rupees 3150 minus rupees 315. So I need to pay amount that is equals to 2835 for purchasing one jeans and two shirts. I hope you all might be getting it, friends. So that was the easier type of sums. I hope you all might be getting it. So let us begin with the next sum for the day. First, what we have done, we have found that the total mark price of the items purchased, that is rupees 3150, then 10% discount was offered. So after calculating 10% of the total mark price, we got rupees 315. Now what we can say after that, how much amount we will pay after the discount has been cancelled. I hope you all might be getting it. Or after removing the discount amount that we are getting, so we need to pay, that is rupees 2835. I hope you all might be getting it. So let us begin with the seventh sum, or the next sum for the day. A milkman sold two of his buffaloes at rupees 20,000 for each. That means he sold one buffalo at 20,000 and another buffalo again at 20,000. Okay. Now on one he made a gain of 5%. That means 20,000 is the amount after gaining 5%. So we can say that is the 105%. We can say, because he gained 5% on selling it at 20,000. Second, on other he got a loss of 10%. That means 20,000 is the amount, that is 90% of the cost of the buffalo. I hope you all might be getting it. So let us start solving the sum. What is the selling price? Selling price that is given to us is equals to rupees 20,000. That is the selling price. Now gain we are getting it as 5%. That is the gain. Now cost price for buffalo 1. First buffalo, what on first buffalo we have gained something. Then on loss that we have gone is 10%. So I'm writing cost price of first buffalo. I'm writing first over here. Yes. On first what we have done, 20,000. I have gained 5%. That means in denominator 105% would be there, because I have gained. That means the amount is more than the cost price of that. So let us find the cost price. After cancelling it, you will find that the cost price of the buffalo would be 19047.62. That is the cost price of first buffalo. Now we'll find the cost price of the second buffalo. Cost price of second buffalo, this is CP of second buffalo. On second buffalo what we have done, friends? On second buffalo what we have gained? We have gained a loss, or sorry, we have incurred a loss. That is how much percent? 10%. So 100 as it is, and denominator it would be 90, because on that I have incurred a loss. So what is the amount that I am getting? Let us change the color of the pen so that we won't make any mistake. So the answer would be rupees 222.22. That was the cost price of my second buffalo, and the cost price of my first buffalo was 19,047. I hope you all might be getting it. Now what we'll do, hint, find the CP of each. Yes, we have found the CP of each, because we need to find the overall gain and loss. So we have found the CP of both. Now total CP, that means total cost price. Total cost price would be sum of both. So what would be the sum of both? We can say I am directly adding here and writing over here. That is from here 84, now 9, then 6, then 2, then 1, then 4. So this is the amount that I am getting is 41269.84. So because I have forgotten to insert rupees sign, that's why I am erasing it. I will write it again. Rupees 41269.84. That is the cost price for my buffaloes, both the buffaloes. Cost price, that means total cost price I have got. Now total selling price what I have got. Total selling price, that is equals to 2 into rupees 20,000, because I have sold both the buffaloes at 20,000 only. So the total cost price I got is equal to rupees 40,000. Now I would like to find the loss, because I have incurred the loss. You can see that the value of cost price is greater than selling price. Here CP is greater than SP. That means on the whole transaction I am getting a loss. And how much is the loss I am incurring? That is rupees, I am taking common, that is 41269.84. 41269.84 minus 40,000. So the answer I am getting over here is, what is the amount that I am incurring a loss is rupees 1269.84 is the amount I am incurring loss. I hope you all might be getting it. So on the whole transaction I am incurring a loss of rupees 1269.84. I hope you all might be getting it. So what we have done, first we have calculated and found the cost price of both the buffaloes. For the first buffalo the cost price is 19,047.62, and for the second one it is 22,222.22 paisa. Then afterwards what we have done, we have found the total cost price of both the buffaloes. Then we have found total selling price of both the buffaloes. Then by comparing cost price and selling price, we came to know that cost price is more than selling price. When the cost price is more than selling price, we are clear that we will incur a loss. So that's why we have found that loss is equals to rupees 1269.84. I hope you all might be getting it. So let us begin with the next sum for the day. So the next sum for the day would be, price of a TV is rupees 13,000. The sales tax charged on it at the rate of 12%, find the amount that we know will pay. What is to be set? Price of the TV is to be, so that is cost price is to be set. Cost price is to be given here as 13,000 rupees, because after that the sales tax is charged. Sales tax is charged afterwards. Now what we are supposed to do? Sales tax, I am writing here sales tax. How much additional sales tax I am paying? That is 12%. Yes, so sales tax amount would be, so I'm writing over here sales tax, that means ST, sales tax. So how much is the amount of sales tax? Sales tax in rupees now. Sales tax in rupees, that would be 12% of 12%, that means 12 upon 100 of how much? 13,000. Cost I am paying extra on 13,000. So what would be the amount? 2020 cancel. Now 13 into 12, 156. So rupees 1560, because here 130 is there, not 13. That's why 1560 will, afterwards we are multiplying with 0, also with 10. Now total amount, what we can say, that is the sales tax is this. Now total amount I have paid. Total amount of what I have paid? Cost of TV and sales tax both. So total amount would be, we can say, is CP plus ST. So CP is rupees 13,000 plus sales tax is rupees 1560. So the total amount that I am paying is rupees 14560. That is the total amount I am paying for the TV. I hope you all might be getting it, friends. So friends, if you like the content, don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. So let us begin with the next slide and see what new we are going to learn there. Here also again we are going to solve word problems based on the chapter comparing quantities only. Ninth sum, Arun bought a pair of skates at a sale where the discount was given 20%. If the amount he pays is rupees 1600. Friends, this sum can be done in easier method only. Suppose if I am purchasing 100 rupees MRP thing, and after that I am getting 20% discount, that means what would be the cost of that? That would be 80 rupees would be the cost, because I have got 20% as the discount. That means after giving 10-20% discount, because discount is always given on the marked price in the other books, or in the other ways you will find that this type of sums are solved with very much difficulty and different methods are being used. That's why I would like to suggest that what we are supposed to do over here is marked price is equals to selling price plus discount, we can say. Yes or no? Because cost price plus discount will give us marked price. Marked price is discount given. Let us assume for 100. Why I am assuming for 100? Because that would be easier for it. That means 20% discount I am getting. Then after 20% I am paying 1600. That means this value is given. That is 100% minus 20%. That means 80% value is given to us. How we are showing? Total 100% is there. Total 100% is there. Total equals to 100%. Now discount percent, 20% we are getting it as the discount. Now what we are supposed to find, that is selling price is to be given. Selling price would be how much? Selling price would be how much? Let us find this. That is total equals to SP plus discount. In terms of percentage only I am asking, how much percent? So because this method would be little bit easier, 100% is the total cost. Now selling price in percent I don't know, plus discount percent I know, that is 20%. So selling price would be in percentage would be 80%. So value of 80% is given to us, that is 1600. What is to be given to us is 1600 is the 80%. Selling price 80% is value is given it as 1600 is the value of 80%. Now we need to find marked price. That means what is the marked price or the total amount? Total we can say it as the marked price. Here in total we can say that it is the marked price also. I hope you all might be getting it. So 80% value is given. Now we need to find the value of 100%. So how we will do? So I am erasing just for space. This is the basic data that I am erasing so that we can solve it easily. Value of 80%, so we need to find the marked price is equals to what, that is 80% value is there. 100% we need to find, and what we are supposed to do is 80% we'll write over here and 1600 rupees over here. Now we'll start cancelling. 5 za 25 za 24 za 4 400 za. So what was the marked price that we are getting over here is 5 into 420. Let us insert the rupee sign first. Rupees 25 4 20 and again 2 zeros. So marked price of the article is rupees 2000, because in your books this type of sums are solved on the other websites or other reference from where you will take. That would confuse you little bit by using fraction method. That would be difficult for you, but this method is the most important and the most simplest one, I think, because total or the mark price we count it as 100% and the discount I am getting is 20%, because discount I am getting only on the marked price. Yes, so mark price minus discount, mark price that is 100% always, so 100% minus 20% we will do, then we will get the selling price that is 80%, and the value of selling price that is 80% is given to us, that is 1600 rupees. Now we can easily find the value of 100% because 80% value we know. So I think you all might be able to understand it properly. So let us begin with the next sum for the day, that is over here I purchased a hair dryer for rupees 5400 including 8% VAT. That means this is the, what we can say, total price I am getting. That means 100% I am paying, but I have included 8% VAT also in this. Now what we can say, that this value is of 100%, 108%, because VAT tax is also added in that. So what we can say, cost price plus tax price. Yes, cost price plus tax. Cost price would be 100% of any of the article, 100% plus tax percent I am paying, that is equals to what it is equals to. Total cost I can say, total cost, because I have paid additional amount, that is equals to 108%, and value of 108% is given to us, that is what, 5400 rupees. Now include, I am writing over here, including VAT price, the amount that is given to us is rupees 5400, but we need to find the 100%, so 100 will come above 108% value is given, that is what is the value given, that is 5400. Yes, we can cancel it off and directly get the answer here. Over here is 5000 would be the cost price of the hair dryer including VAT price. Value is 1500. Now we need to find the CP. So the CP of the article is rupees 5000, because I have got the value including VAT price. Value is given including VAT price. We have found the CP. So CP is equals to cost price of the hair dryer is rupees 5000. I hope you all might be getting it, friends. So let us begin with the next sum for the day. Next sum is similar to this sum. So if you are capable of solving by your own, pause the video and try to solve the last sum by your own, friends. And if you like the content, don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel. 11th number sum. An article was purchased for rupees 1239 including GST. Similar type of sum is there. What we can say is total cost price is 100%, and based on that 100% plus GST, that is equals to 18%. That means 118% value is given to us. 118% value is given, that is total CP. From total CP we need to find CP. Same formula, CP is equals to what, 100% we need to find, so 100 will come above, 118% value is given, and 1239 we'll start cancelling by 59 and 2. First we'll start cancelling from 2, or no where this, because it is the special number and it would be cancelled by 59 only. 59 2s are, then here it will become 21. Yes friends, now what we are supposed to do, 2100 divided by 2. 2100 divided by 2. Now we can cancel. The answer we will get is rupees 1050. You can cancel it off and you will find the answer as 1050. That is the cost price of article, because after including GST, the value or the cost would be rupees 1239, but it has been asked what would be the cost price of an article, that is 1050. I hope you all might be getting it, friends. So friends, for today it was till this thing only, and if you like the content, don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching you all.